Here we are with my old friend, colleague, and Hall of Famer Steve Flink immediately after the US Open 2025 finals. It was won by Carlitos Alcaraz 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4.
Ubaldo, repeat that score because people will have a hard time believing. Read it one more time.
6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4.
Correct, but I'm saying it's amazing, isn't it, that he could win 2 of the 3 sets by 6-2 and 6-1 scores. What were the chances of that happening? I think very, very slim going in. People would believe that Alcaraz could win 2 sets so decisively over Sinner. And even the 4th that he won 6-4 was pretty comfortable most of the way until the last game when Sinner saved 2 match points after Alcaraz got to 40-15. Remarkably clear-cut win for Alcaraz.
Yes, and I have to say that, remember, I'm Italian, that he deserved to win.
Of course.
But he deserved, because he played much better, he served much better, he lost only 9 points when he put the first serve in.
Which was 83%, which is pretty much, he was 84% against Djokovic there. That's astounding to do that in the semifinals and finals against the 2 best returners in tennis.
Yeah.
To win that percentage of points on your first serve. Alcaraz also won 57% on second serve, which is a very good number.
Yeah.
And then, Ubaldo, the one break that Sinner got, he broke Alcaraz at love to go 3-1 up in the second set. That is what sealed the second set for him. He didn't lose his serve in the second set. He never had a break point any other time in the match. That was literally the only time he had break points.
Yeah.
Was that 4th game of the second set. That surprises me too.
Yes, well, normally we always talk about Alcaraz having a great forehand.
Yes.
And of course he had a great forehand, a phenomenal forehand.
Yes.
But normally we weren't expecting him to serve so well against one who is the best returner in the world. I mean, if not the best returner.
Well, you know what, Ubaldo? In the entire tournament for Alcaraz, he was broken 3 times. Once by Djokovic, by the way, once today, and one other time in the tournament. That was it. So that is far and away the best serving tournament of his career at a major. Nothing even close to that.
Yeah, and then think that he is shorter in terms of height compared to Sinner.
Yes.
So
now, conversely, Ubaldo, it wasn't a great serving day for Sinner. 48% of his first serves is just not good enough. First game of the match, I think he dug a hole for himself. 30-love up. He had a game point in that game. He got broken. That got him off on the wrong track. And Alcaraz took control from there, but that was a fatal game for him in a lot of ways to get broken in the opening game of the match. And there was rarely a time in this match, Ubaldo, that he seemed to have good rhythm on his serve. While Alcaraz was being particularly impressive was that serve in the ad court, Ubaldo, when he went wide to Sinner's backhand at 130, 131, 132 miles an hour. That was an unstoppable serve. That's what he closed the match on. The third match point was an ace, that very serve, acing him out wide in the ad court. He had good rhythm for the most part, and his second serve was better, his first serve was much better. But what's surprising, Ubaldo, is that...
If I may interrupt you, probably you're going to say that what was surprising was that after Sinner won the second set, he played the second game of the third set.
Yes.
He made 3 unforced errors with the forehand, and some of them he made the same kind of mistake when Alcaraz was playing some kick or lift top spin
high trajectory.
shots. And Sinner had a ball that he could easily smash in a way.
And he was so upset, you're right.
Yeah.
And when he lost that game, he smacked the ball in disgust. He was very unhappy with himself because he had momentum coming out of that second set.
Yeah.
He had played well to win the second set. It's 1 set all. He thought he had his bearings. He thought he had his confidence. But to go down an immediate break in the third was a killer.
Which led him to go down 4 low.
Yes,
I mean, and in those 2 games when he served, he made only 3 points. He lost 30 the second game, and at 15 the fourth game. So
it was that was the most disappointing stretch of the match for him, because he needed to stay with Alcaraz in that third set, keep holding serve, and try to look for one opening to break. But like Alcaraz was able to forget about the second set very swiftly, because he got that fast lead in the third, which he ended up winning 6-1.
Yeah, and then in the fourth set, Alcaraz kept his serve very easily all the time, at 15, 30. While Sinner was lucky already to save a break in the first game, because he was down. He had to save 2 break points. He made a double fault in an important moment, and then when he went to 2-all, he lost his serve with the final double fault, and again some errors.
You know what, Ubaldo? Funny enough, the only time that Sinner showed some spark on the return in the latter stages was the last game. He's 40-15 down. He hit a great cross-court forehand that got him saved the first match win, and then a beautiful backhand down the line return winner to get back to deuce. But Alcaraz was so poised, he immediately then just came up to the net and put away an overhead, and then serves an ace. So he didn't really let that rattle him. Even when Sinner made that brief surge in the last game.
Yes, and really Sinner never returned so well like in the last game. And that maybe Alcaraz served a little less speed, with a little less speed in the last game. But still, the last points of the last game, not only from Sinner but also from Alcaraz, were unbelievable. I mean, the last game, they played both at an incredible level.
But you know what, Ubaldo? You said to me, we were watching together Djokovic against Alcaraz in the semis. We watched that together in the stands. And you said to me, Alcaraz makes too many mistakes. And that's sort of the prevailing view on him in a lot of his matches, that gives a lot. He didn't give away very much today. And the errors that he made were not at important times. But oddly, Sinner, who does not make many unforced errors and is more of a percentage player, was much more error prone today, just making some basic fundamental mistakes off both sides. And when Alcaraz saw that, it just gave him added confidence that he was going to get the job done.
At the end of the third set, I wrote down some numbers which I didn't have the time to do at the end of the match, but Sinner had made 15 winners and Alcaraz 28, which is almost twice.
Yes, right.
And in terms of errors, Sinner made 22 errors, and Alcaraz only 17.
Yes,
so
now,
the balance was completely, in favor of Alcaraz.
Yes, completely. And then you would rarely see him making more unforced errors than Alcaraz. In fact, it would be oftentimes when he's playing well, he might make half the errors that Alcaraz does, who goes for more winners. So there's no doubt it was a combination of Alcaraz's sheer brilliance and Sinner being slightly off, which concerned me coming into the final, because he hadn't played a great semi against FAA, Felix Auger-Aliassime. So,
tell me something, Steve. Do we think that this is a definitive verdict? I mean, that Alcaraz, who will be number one in the world tomorrow after 65 weeks of Sinner, is the only and real number one, or there so much balance between the two that everything can happen? I want to know if you think that now Alcaraz will have a dominant role, or if Sinner can fight at the same level with him or not. So let me finish on one more thing. In the last 2 years, they won 2 slams each. 2 slams each in 2024, 2 slams each in the 2025. So the last 8 slams were won, 4 by Alcaraz and 4 by Sinner. Then Alcaraz had won 2 previously before, and Alcaraz has won now, being 22 years old, 6 slams like Stefan Edberg and Boris Becker.
And he's won 2 French Opens, 2 Wimbledons, and 2 U.S. Opens. The only one he hasn't won is Australia. So that is astounding to me that he has 2 each of the 3 majors, and he's only missing Australia. But Ubaldo, your question is two-pronged to me. Number one, I think Sinner will continue to kind of trade majors with Alcaraz. The question to me is, can he beat Alcaraz in more big matches? Wimbledon seemed to be a pivotal win for him, a crucial win. He had lost that heartbreaker at the French Open after having 3 match points. So to beat him at Wimbledon was a big deal. Then he ends up getting sick in Cincinnati and getting outplayed here. So the bigger question to me is, can Sinner solve the problem head-to-head against Alcaraz? Because there may be times when Carlos injured or something happens, or maybe he loses to somebody else and Sinner will beat anybody else but Alcaraz. So, but I'm concerned now for him about the state of his mind, about what it takes for him to beat Alcaraz, because that's 7 out of 8 times now. He was 4-3 up in the rivalry. Now he's lost 7 out of 8. He's 10-5 down in the rivalry.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. It may in Australia. We will see in Australia.
Yeah, but what do you think about that? Do you think he's going to be able to deal?
I don't know. I think that if Sinner thinks that today he didn't play well enough, he may think, oh, look, if I play well, I can beat him. If I don't play well, I will lose again. So that I think it could be his state of mind. He will work very hard to make progress. For instance, how to control better those top spin hits played by Alcaraz. Alcaraz was able to also slice very well also with the backhand.
He did.
So Sinner knows that Alcaraz has more variety, has more shots. But he knows also that he can play better, and that
he does. But my concern is that Alcaraz also, in his mind now, he says to himself, "If I'm near my best," it's a little bit about the way Sampras used to feel about playing Agassi. If I'm at my best, he can't beat me. I think Alcaraz feels that. I think now he also feels that if he's not at his very best, he still might win. So I think it's interesting psychologically to see where this rivalry goes.
Well, listen, thanks a lot, Steve, for being with me as usual at this Slam, the US Open. I want to thank really Steve Flink, my old friend, colleague and Hall of Fame, and see you soon.
Thanks, Ubaldo.